December 2020, the cruise industry has been idle for 9 months. Cruise lines were working through the guidelines of the CDC's conditional sail order. The return to cruise was still nowhere in sight.
This is a 155,000 square foot terminal built for Carnival Cruise Line's new Mardi Gras ship. All of this was supposed to happen this year. It didn't happen. As we know, the impact, the economic impact, has been absolutely quite stunning in its scope.
Empty cruise terminals in Port Canaveral are awaiting the return of the cruise ships, most of which were sent overseas to repatriate their crew members. New figures from the port show the cruise shutdown has cost 11,000 jobs in Florida, along with $400 million in wages and $31 million in state and local tax revenue.
We're all hopeful next couple of months. The CDC change in the return to sail order in November is bringing things back, so we're all working together to get it started quickly.
Port Canaveral, seen here live, is now projecting cruise ships like this one won't be departing with passengers until this summer.
The place used to be bustling with cruise ships, but COVID-19 took care of that.
Realistically, it's going to take months more for the industry to get back up and running.
A CDC order is preventing cruising until at least November.
The federal government and the CDC has locked down this industry for over a year.
Is it your expectation you will be ready and that you will be allowed to sail in July?
We're working towards that.
At Port Canaveral, 80% of our revenue comes from the cruise industry. Our cruise business contributed $2.6 billion to Florida's economy, supported 24,000 jobs with approximately $911 million in wages, and generated over $74 million in state and local tax revenues. In late 2020, while cruise ships were still idled across the United States, we were still operating 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We never closed. Our cargo sector was in full swing throughout the pandemic, in fact, poised to break records. In June of this year, we had the largest lumber delivery in the port's history, about 14,000 bundles, arriving on time to alleviate the nationwide lumber shortage. Our mobile harbor crane, the largest in North America, has been a powerful workhorse for us, lifting heavy cargo like slag, lumber, large marine craft, and a record number of rocket boosters. One of our valued port tenants, Ambassador Services International, launched a new partnership with frozen foods distributor Atlantic Frozen Foods to meet the increased demand for frozen conventional and organic produce in the Central Florida market and region. With idled cruise terminal berths, our port hosted 5 Hapag-Lloyd container ships to be reflagged as U.S. vessels participating in the Federal Maritime Security Program. We received the U.S. Coast Guard's Rear Admiral Richard E. Bennis Award, a highly distinguished recognition of our safety and security operations at the port. We marked a historic milestone with the arrival of the Q LNG 4000. This cutting-edge ship-to-ship tug and barge, called the Q4K, is the hallmark of safe, reliable transportation and delivery of liquefied natural gas, LNG. The Q4000 provided LNG to the Carnival Mardi Gras, the first LNG-powered cruise ship to operate in North or South America, when it arrived at Port Canaveral for the first time in June. In keeping with maritime tradition, our new high-tech firefighting vessel, the Fireboat 2, was officially christened and commissioned into service during a ceremony at the port. Having our own specialized fireboat operating here underscores our commitment to safety and security for our port and the surrounding communities. In July, the training ship State of Maine sailed into Port Canaveral with 177 Maine Maritime Academy cadets and faculty aboard. The cadets were here to earn specialized certification for LNG training at our Maritime Firefighting Academy, a training facility we established for mariners, shipboard personnel, and professional firefighters. The governor expanded vaccine eligibility to include individuals in Florida providing goods and services that benefit Floridians. This allowed Port Canaveral to be the first port in the U.S. to vaccinate seafarers. To date, more than 8,500 crew members have been vaccinated, thanks to our partnership with Parish Medical Center and the state-sponsored vaccination clinic.
No, we're here, we're marching them through, we'll be here as long as necessary. Get every cruise ship in here that wants to get in here and get their crews vaccinated.
With the help of Canaveral Fire Rescue, we hosted a drive-through vaccination clinic for anyone in the port community. Victory Casino Cruises began a successful return to sailing in May of 2020. After 19 months and with COVID protocols in place, Victory Casino has successfully hosted over 200,000 guests safely. Governor DeSantis came to Port Canaveral to host a roundtable discussion with cruise line leaders to better understand the challenges of restarting the cruise industry.
So the last year it's been particularly hard at Port Canaveral. We had to go through a reduction in force of our own team. We really need to get back to work. It's time.
Shortly afterward, Governor DeSantis announced the allocation of federal funding to Florida seaports to help address the economic impact of COVID-19.
One of the areas of Florida that's been hardest hit throughout the pandemic has been our seaports. In all these different relief packages, there hasn't been any money set aside for any of the seaports. And so we're recommending almost $260 million in relief for our seaports. That is an amount equal to the losses they've accrued during the pandemic through February of 2021. And obviously, they still will be incurring potentially more losses, but we hope that they're able to get everything operating 100% very soon.
I am grateful that the legislature supported this recommendation to invest in our ports. We have a check for over $72 million for our host seaport, Port Canaveral.
June 4 was a day to celebrate when two of the world's newest megaships, the Carnival Mardi Gras and Royal Caribbean's Odyssey of the Seas, arrived in the United States for the first time. Our port vaccinated the crew members of both ships as the restart of cruising was finally in sight.
Well, Julie, I spoke to the CEO of the port. He tells me he's optimistic, saying this is the best news he's heard since March of last year when everything shut down, saying the port is ready. All they need are the cruise ships.
The restart of the cruise industry is gathering some momentum.
A big step towards setting sail for the first time since the pandemic started. One cruise company now given the green light to start doing test runs, as leaders at the port say restart dates are finally in sight here.
On the last day of July, after having our cruise business idled for 17 months after the start of the pandemic, the first revenue cruise sailed from Port Canaveral. In September, we welcomed our brand new cruise partner, MSC Cruises, with the inaugural sailing of the MSC Divina. Our cruise business is continuing to build momentum. As of today, 136 cruise ships have sailed from Port Canaveral. It's great to be back.
We're back.
Welcome back.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back. Yay, we're back.
We're back.
We're back. We're back. We're back.
We're back.
We're back and fully charged. We're back.
We're back.
We're back, but then again, we never left.
I'm Mike Poole, Chief Financial Officer. I'm right behind you in our brand new VIP lounge. Over the past year and a half, we all worked through a historic event that significantly impacted the majority of our business and the bottom line. In spite of this, we remain on solid financial footing. This is due to 4 factors: strong board governance with a clear mission, decisive executive leadership, many previous years of sound financial planning, and the control steps that we took this past year, which included operational, cash, and debt side management mitigation measures, and deferring capital projects. Now, as we move to the future, our focus will be on 2 areas: strategic business expansion with growth opportunities in revenues, jobs, and economic impact for our region, and restarting many capital projects such as North Cargo Berth 3 and Cruise Terminal 5. While these projects are important for our port to grow its revenues, they are also impactful to the local community in terms of employment. Specifically, for North Cargo Berth 3, we were able to kick this project off because of grant funding from the Federal Maritime Administration and the Florida Department of Transportation. These two agencies are tremendous partners who understand the importance of our port and this project. This isn't just my opinion. Our rating agencies continue to look at us favorably as well. We share this view and are laser focused on our positive future. That's all for me. Now over to Craig Langley at the Exploration Tower.
Thanks, Mike. Hi, I'm Craig Langley, Vice President, General Counsel. Real estate at Port Canaveral, where do things stand? I'm pleased to say that things are steady. As a result of COVID-19, the port faced some of the most difficult financial times in its history. But as we begin to see the light at the end of that tunnel, we can gain a renewed appreciation for the constancy of real estate revenue. Real estate would typically account for an expected 10% of the port's operating revenue. Because real estate stayed at or near pre-COVID levels, this percentage rose to an essential 30% of the port's operating revenue. The constancy of this revenue stream played an essential part in maintaining port operations. For that, we would like to say thank you to our tenants. From our cargo tenants, marinas, restaurants, commercial fishing tenants, excursion tenants, and the many small businesses that provide support to the port community and the surrounding area, thank you. Now let's talk about where real estate at Port Canaveral is heading. Generally, we'd like to focus on continuing to increase diversification within the real estate portfolio. But specifically, if I had to choose one thing to highlight, I'd have to say the project generating the most interest is the aquarium project. To be developed by the very successful team behind Brevard Zoo, the aquarium and conservation campus will sit on approximately 14 acres right on the Banana River. It promises to be a family-friendly recreation option that will also bring attention to the Indian River Lagoon system and the various restoration efforts in play. It'll be fun to watch that project take shape over the next several years of planning and development. Now to tell you more about cruise and cargo operations, my friend Clyde.
Thanks, Craig. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Clyde Mathis. I'm Vice President of Cargo and Cruise Operations. I'm happy to say that our cruise industry is back running strong, and it's been amazing how all of our cruise industry partners have heeded the call and come back strong. This includes our ground transportation providers, our labor partners, our vessel agency partners, our harbor pilots, just everyone in the entire maritime community has really come back and taken on the challenge in a very short period of time. In addition to our cruise industry, we're also doing very well with our cargo and our space industries, and this actually is creating some berthing capacity challenges for us, but actually these are the type challenges that a port authority likes to have. It means we're busy. Our harbor master will do an excellent job of putting out space for everyone, and we will accommodate all three of these thriving industries. Behind me you can see our mobile harbor crane. It's the largest mobile harbor crane in North America. It's had a very busy year this past year and with the space industry and project cargo, and we're projecting an even stronger year upcoming. The space industry will be even busier than it was this past year, and our marketing department in cargo is doing an excellent job at marketing our project cargoes. And that kind of concludes our report currently for cargo and cruise, and I'll pass it along to Peter Bergeron with our Public Safety Department.
Thanks, Clyde. My name's Peter Bergeron, and I'm the Senior Director of Safety and Security here at Port Canaveral. As we resume cruise operations, I look forward to seeing all of you out here at Port Canaveral, and I can assure you that we'll provide the latest in security through our technology, our physical security, and our personnel. We don't operate in a vacuum out here. We have a lot of partnerships in order to make sure your visit is safe. We have partnerships with Brevard County Sheriff's Office, Canaveral Fire Rescue, Customs, Border Protection, U.S. Coast Guard, and our private security firms. So when you come out for that space launch, when you come out for dinner, when you come out to use our boat ramp or our beach, I can assure you that your visit will be safe and secure. That's it for me. I'll pass it to Amanda, our Vice President of Human Resources and Recreation. Amanda?
Thanks, Peter. My name is Amanda Brailsford-Urbina, and I'm the Vice President of Human Resources, Recreation, and Customer Experience. Our port is a modern organization with progressive thinking leadership, and we're always looking to the future. Our leaders focus on employee development and growth, including cross-training. During the pause in cruising, we were able to reassign some of our cruise employees to different departments. This creative thinking ensured that we were able to transition quickly to be ready when cruising restarted. We are dedicated to building a strong maritime workforce for the years ahead. In 2022, we will be continuing our relationship with the Rockledge High School Maritime Program as we offer speakers to educate them, and we offer port tours. In addition, we will be inviting students from both maritime academies and local universities to intern with us for a great experience next summer. Our port is truly unique with its recreation offerings. We have Jetty Park with its beautiful beach and campground, where guests come from all over the world and return year after year for memorable vacations. The port is a popular location to watch the fireworks or the many space launches. There were 25 launches so far this year. At Jetty Park, we are continuing improvements to campground hookups. At the start of the pandemic, we had to put plans for a new campground store on hold, but now the team will continue the design process for a new store in 2023. The recreation team is always working together to develop new ways to enhance the guest experiences at the port, and they have been awarded the TripAdvisor Award for many years.
My name is Craig Thaxton, Senior Director of Operational Excellence and Process Improvement here at Port Canaveral. I'm over here at Jetty Park on the rooftop of the pavilion. In my department, we focus on quality, operational efficiency, and productivity. Our role is also to ensure compliance. Right now, we're looking into an improved reservation system for Jetty Park Campground. The ideal system of the future will enable customers to reserve efficiently and securely one of our campsites and make payments all online. A similar contactless online purchase process was successfully implemented for our Jetty Park parking pass. In the area of cruise, we're looking at ways to improve our parking operations. With the return of cruising, we're observing a greater percentage of customers who are driving their personal vehicles to get to our port to meet their cruise, as opposed to using other transportation methods. That's all from Jetty Park. Now let's take it across the channel to William Crow, who's standing by at North Cargo Berth 4.
Thank you, Craig. My name is William Crow. I'm Vice President of Engineering, Construction, and Facilities for Port Canaveral. I'm standing here today broadcasting from North Cargo Berth 4 on the north side of the port. I want to highlight a project that's right behind me, and that is North Cargo Berth 3. It's a new project for the port that we've recently awarded. We awarded it to Rush Marine out of Titusville. We're really excited about that partnership. As I stand here, I'm surrounded by lumber, slag, a lot of bulk cargoes that come through the north side of the port that are going to be able to use this facility. It's going to give us a vessel width up to about 135 feet. So that's a very large vessel. It's going to do a lot for our cargo portfolio. We're ordering piles, we're ordering materials, we're going to get this under construction by the end of the year. It's going to take us about 18 to 20 months to get through it, but then you'll see us using this brand new berth in 2023 to support Port Canaveral cargo. We're also really excited about Cruise Terminal number 5. We have phase 1 improvements currently underway. We're planning even more improvements in the future. Ultimately, that terminal will be able to accommodate a vessel that's about 1,150 foot long, up to 5,000 passengers. Now, let's talk Disney. We've recently kicked off a $3 million phase 2 expansion of Cruise Terminal 8. That expansion includes expanded concierge space, it includes improvements to the CBP Customs and Border Protection area, and a whole host of other improvements to what is already an iconic Disney terminal. Now let's send it over to Samantha. She's going to tell you a little bit more about cargo.
Thanks, Bill. I'm Samantha Cornelius, the Senior Director of Cargo Business Development here at Port Canaveral. I'm out here on North Cargo Berth 5 to highlight our port's booming cargo division. We actually have a lumber vessel discharging right now. We had a record-breaking year at Port Canaveral with an all-time high in cargo revenues. Our top 5 commodities were petroleum, lumber, and project cargoes, including slag, limestone, and of course, space components. We want to thank all of our cargo partners, as this would not have been possible without your continued hard work and dedication. One of Port Canaveral's advantages is our Foreign Trade Zone 136, which incorporates all of Brevard County, Florida. This FTZ provides cost-saving advantages for businesses engaged in international trade. In fact, earlier this year, we welcomed Raider Outboards as our newest FTZ operator. We're very excited about our partnership with them and look forward to watching their business grow. Port Canaveral is always looking for new operators to take advantage of this amazing cost-saving opportunity. Now that's all we have from cargo. Let's take it out to Dave at Cruise Terminal 8 with an update in cruising.
Thanks, Samantha. Let's talk cruise. I'm Dave German, Senior Director of Cruise Business Development. We're over here at newly refurbished Cruise Terminal 8, which will welcome the Disney Wish when she arrives in 2022. Our cruise line partnerships have never been stronger. We have done the work in helping put each line's health and safety protocol in place and are now seeing that our efforts are paying off. Guests are finding that a cruise experience is still one of the most enjoyable ways to spend a vacation and are now understanding that it is the safest way to vacation as well. Because of the procedures put in place by the cruise lines, consumer confidence continues to climb because of the guest counts continue to climb in a safe, sustainable, manageable way. The momentum within the cruise industry is building, and we expect to carry that into 2022. It will be a record-breaking year for cruising at Port Canaveral, and you can expect some big announcements to be coming from all our cruise partners on their future here.